Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a long time and kept forgetting. Shell Shockers has been out since sometime in 2017. Not sure when exactly, I do know I've started playing in 2018. In all of that time there have been many changes throughout Shell Shockers, including many changes that even players back in the day may have forgotten about. I'm sure some of the most obvious changes between 2018 and 2026 in Shell Shockers would be weapons and graphic changes, but there are also plenty of small changes that were forgotten about. I will start off with the famous ones. This video can be separated into 3 parts: famous changes, forgotten changes, and why I like Shell Shockers more than any other online shooter. So when the game first came out, there were 3 weapons to choose from. AK-47, which was referred to as Soldier at the time, the Scrambler, which I believe was called the Dozen Gorge, and Free Ranger, CSG-1. Without even talking about the change in skin and sound, the weapons had names that Shell Shockers does not use for them anymore. The weapons used to look a lot more realistic back then, and now it looks more cartoonish. Sometime towards the end of 2018, the 5th weapon, the RPG, was added to the game. When the RPG was first added, it was absolutely unbalanced. There was a period in time in Shell Shockers where the RPG was overpowered in a kind of bad sort of way. Basically, it was overpowered because you could use it at any distance. And I believe players discovered quickly you could go up to a player with the highest kill streak and get a 100% certain kill on them, but you would also die. It had also 1 reserve ammo compared to 3. That is one of the changes I'm most happy about. One more RPG change. Back then it used to be called Exploder in the menu. Now it is just called RPEG. Both of these puns are not too bad. After that, the next change in 2019 was when the Crackshot and P90 was added. I remember how Free Ranger had 5 bullets and had the same one-shot radius as Crackshot. Then it was changed forever. Rather quickly, the vast majority of sniper players switched to Crackshot. The majority did that because of the single bullet damage. I actually remember when that change happened, a few players were spreading rumours that Free Ranger cannot one-shot anymore. I remember I thought listening to players claim it does 90 damage or something like that. This was happening quite a bit, and I remember using the Free Ranger when I got a one-shot kill on them. They were probably shocked, and a couple accused me of cheating for having good aim. I remember having to prove many players Free Ranger does one-shot kill by one-shotting them, and it was not long before everyone I saw found out the truth. Also, the weapon sounds were very similar at first. The Crackshot made a pitch down and echo to the Free Ranger gunshot. The Crackshot was originally called the M2DZ2, which could have been a real sniper. Did not check, but that was a cool name. As for the P90, it had 50 bullets to begin with, and at the time, and maybe still, is the most hated weapon in the game. There's not a lot to say about how this impacted the game. A lot of players thought it to be better than the AK-47 because of the fire rate and ammo capacity. And Scrambler was never a rival to the P90 because even though they are both close quarters, Scrambler takes a different style of play. Lastly, from the P90, its original weapon name was SMEGG, but in my opinion this was super lame egg pun. I thought it was cringe, so not bad they called it Whipper. At that time the weapons were exciting, but it became boring once there were no new weapons added. For a long time there were only 2, Try Hard and Melee. And around this time there were only public lobby maps and no private lobby maps. Private maps I remembered the most are Field, Castle Arena and Space Arena. I remember inviting randoms to these private maps and enjoying playing in the new map, which was rare at this point in the game, with only up to 6 players. Now I'm not certain this is one of the few moments in Shell Shockers history that has left my memory, but I thought there was a brief period of time where these maps were public as well. I'm not certain, but I think at some point a few of these maps that were private exclusive were made public for a short amount of time. This amount of time was so short, I think I only played a handful of games on these maps before they were again private map exclusive. There was not anything too significant at the time, I only remember one other update. There was one last update that I thought everyone else forgot about. Now I don't remember when this was, but there was a period of time where Shell Shockers had a music menu and there were these songs that could play during the game. It was cool while it lasted, and I was planning on recording some of these songs for use in my videos, but the update was totally removed and no one talked about it since then. That was a weird moment in Shell Shockers history because I thought some of the songs were good, but this made it a bit more interesting. I even remember a name of one of these songs, Eggs in Space, although I've not been able to find the song or any of the other music that was removed and forgotten about. The weird part is I haven't been able to find those songs anywhere, and in my opinion it was a good addition to the game and it was removed. That is one of the few good features that Shell Shockers removed. The only other good feature Shell Shockers removed were map upgrades in my opinion. Lastly, there is pretty much not anything more significant since then, as the tryhard has not had any serious changes to it apart from a little nerf. And the tryhard seems to be one of the least used guns in the game to me ever since it was added. The only other changes I think were not good from the game apart from the music removal would of course be map upgrades which only lasted for 1 month. It's good that there are decorations when it's holidays in Shell Shockers, but the map expansions make it more fun for new ways to play. To me, it did not make much sense why holiday maps have new areas to play after the holidays. Surely it'd be better just to remove the decorations. So now, why is Shell Shockers my favourite FPS game? The first reason is obvious. The longer you play, the better you are. When starting a new game, everyone starts bad. Many people have games that they enjoy and bring back memories. It's called nostalgia. Most gamers should have at least one game that makes them feel this way. Shell Shockers is nostalgic because even though it looks a lot more brighter and cartoonish than it used to, it's the same game. So that's why Shell Shockers is a game I have always some positive memories of and enjoy often, although not all the time. That is all for the video. I hope you enjoyed or found it interesting. See you in the next video. Peace.